His efforts on the cleanup in Sarpy County in just a moment, but first the countdown is on for the August 21st total eclipse across America. And this morning we're joined by a few NASA scientists from NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland. Now this is a huge event. It's the first time in nearly 100 years the U.S. will have the opportunity to see a total solar eclipse coast to coast. What are we expected to see on August 21st?
Good morning. Well, so what's going to happen is the moon moves in front of the sun. Everything is lined up just right that it blocks out the sun completely, casting a shadow down on the earth. Starts in Oregon, and that shadow travels across the United States, across 14 states, ending in South Carolina about an hour and a half later. And everyone in that path, we call the path of totality, that's about 70 miles wide, we'll see a total solar eclipse, but everyone in the U.S., all of North America, Central, and part of South America will experience a partial solar eclipse.
This eclipse will be the most widely observed and shared celestial event in U.S. history, as you just talked about. Why are scientists so excited for this eclipse? What makes it so different?
Well, because it's going across such a big piece of land, it's giving us an opportunity to study the eclipse not for about 2 minutes, the normal length of a totality, but in fact an hour and a half. We get a unique perspective from the ground of the sun's outer atmosphere called the corona, which tells us about space weather and huge explosions on the sun that impact our technology here on Earth. We also get a chance to study the Earth itself and see the shadow moving across the country, changing the environment as it does that for a short amount of time. So it's an opportunity to study the sun and the Earth all at one time in a way we've never been able to do before.
Well, here in Nebraska, we are bracing for an increase of visitors coming in August to view the eclipse. Why is our state touted as one of the top spots to watch the eclipse?
Well, you guys have the great advantage of the weather. That is, the normal cloud cover in your time of year makes it a prime area to observe the eclipse. So Nebraska is one of the great places to see this, and it's just going to be an amazing event, an amazing opportunity.
Let's talk about the weather, as you just mentioned. What needs to go right for the best view? You said the cloud cover's right here, but is there a potential that if the cloud cover isn't right, we may not get the best view here in Nebraska?
Well, you may not, but the thing to think about for this is it's not just the looking up at the eclipse, seeing the moon move over the sun, but it changes the whole environment around you. It changes light, it changes temperature. So it's really a bigger experience. So even if there's some level of cloud cover and you don't see it completely, you get to experience it still, and you will see and feel something that's unique and an amazing celestial event. So it's not something that cloud cover will completely take away from you.
And we know this event is scheduled for August 21st. Is there an exact time we could pinpoint that we could look up to the sky and see this total eclipse here in Nebraska?
Well, starting at about 11:30 your time, you're going to see the partial eclipse. When you're in the path in your area, it's going to be around 1 o'clock or so that you'll have the total eclipse. But that's just a narrow band across Nebraska. It's about 70 miles wide. So you want to make sure that you're close to the center if you can be, but anywhere in that band allows you to see the total eclipse.
Some great info there this morning. The 2-month countdown is on until we get to see that total eclipse on August 21st. We have all the information about it on our website, 3newsnow.com. Again, thank you for joining us this morning.